what you need to install to create a stream. Okay. So you need to do this first. OBS multi-platform. This you can Google. Okay. SubAlert. This is going to be twitch.tv/SubAlert to download. Set up donation program. What else do you need? I use Twitch alerts, so you can use Twitch alerts. You need to download this thing right here. Stream labels. Okay, so those are the 3 programs that I use to run my stream. Obviously, you're gonna need Steam, something to run the game. This is gonna be for PC streaming. What you need to install. So, OBS multi-platform. Let's go there. OBS multi-platform. So when you Google it, you're gonna have a bunch of things pop up like this. We're gonna go to, oh, that's not it. We're just gonna go to download. So yeah, so we're gonna go OBS broadcasting software, Windows Studio, OBS, and browser source. And then we're gonna go click through and download that and launch it, okay? That's the beginning. So you're gonna have a very simple scene. It's not gonna have all these things in it, but what you're gonna do over time is add these things in. So we'll start by going into settings. This is the most important part because this is where you are gonna be setting up everything to do with streaming, okay? So I go language English. There's a bunch of different ones you can choose. Dark, and then you wanna go to stream. So I stream. I can't edit any of this right now because we are currently streaming, but you are gonna go to Twitch, pick your server that is nearest you. There is programs that you can download that will test the ping for each server in your area. And then you're gonna be inputting your stream key here, which you can get off of your OBS dashboard. For output, I stream at 3800 with my audio bitrate at 160. The max for partners on Twitch is 3500. For audio, 4.1 stereo. You wanna make sure that your mic, you either set it as default or the mic that you're currently using. So for video, I record at 1920 by 1080. And then I upload at 1280 by 720. And the reason why I do this is because when you record or you output as 720 with 60 frames a second, you are going to get the smoothest effect of everything. So this is where you guys are gonna be able to affect a lot of different things, whether it's your output video bitrate or your video quality. You can affect these differently based on the ability of your computer, your internet speeds. If you only have like a 2-3 upload, you're gonna wanna be streaming at like 1800 to 2800. Hotkeys, I don't mess with this. Although you could go through each thing and set this up. The only reason that I would use this is if I wanted to seamlessly change between scenes, but I always have my OBS open on another monitor, so that's never an issue. And in the advanced, I don't mess with any of this either. I don't use a stream delay, and my automatically reconnect should actually be off. So those are all things that are really important. So make sure you're under Twitch, pick the server closest to you, input your stream key, set your video bitrate to something that is relative to your internet upload speed, set up your audio, make sure that your mic is set to either your default mic or your microphone that you're currently using. Video, we will record at 1920 by 1080, upload at 1280 by 720 with bicubic and 60 frames per second. And that's all you have to worry about when it comes to that. So then now we are here and we want to set up a bunch of different things. So the most important thing that you're gonna have to add is a game capture. So I will record as a window capture. So you want to set a window capture, add a new name, and then, well, CSGO right now is my pick monkey, but this would be where you would go record, and then you would pick what you want to record. So you would pick, if this said Counter-Strike, pick Counter-Strike, and then set this as your background. Okay? And then, what is another important thing? So your camera, so your video capture device. This might crash my stuff, but you're gonna create new. Okay, anytime you want to add another element, you're gonna click this plus. So I'll run through really quickly the differences in the aspects of these. So image is self-explanatory. Image is anything from an overlay to if you want to have a GIF playing on your stream, if you want to show someone a funny imager, but you don't want to load the page, you could just save it and add the image. Browser source is something that is extra special. So browser source you're going to be using with different programs depending on what notifiers you are using. I personally used browser source when I was running Twitch alerts without using my current alerter. And what that does is it allows you to have alerts pop up on your stream without you needing a browser window open and running that you're capturing at the same time. So browser source is very, very handy and very easy for everything. If you use a browser source, it's a lot simpler, but it does require a little bit more knowledge to set up. And how you're gonna do that is you're gonna create new browser source. You can rename it anything. And then all you're gonna do is you're gonna go to your notifier site and you're gonna copy paste the link that they give you into this space. Change the size to what you want. If you want it to run at 60 frames, you can set that as well. And then that is going to run on its own once you set that up. The reason why I don't use that is because I was finding that I was having more issues running the Twitch alerts notifiers than running my own, which I'm going to show you guys how to set up in a second. So window capture for games. So you can use game capture, Tricky. For me, I find that a lot of games behave a lot differently. So for some games, I can game capture them very easily. For others, game capture doesn't work and I have to run them in window mode and use window capture. And for others, neither game capture or window capture are going to work for you and you might need to use a monitor capture or display capture in the source. So media source, I don't touch. I don't even know what that means. Media source is a thing that I am not fluent with and I don't use. So I'm not going to go over that because I am not an expert in it. Text, oh, nice camera freeze. So text is pretty simple. We can just do this right now. If we wanted to make a new one called list. Oh, there's already a list. That's awkward. And this one is relatively easy to set up. So you're gonna have, we'll put this over, no, I can't block that. This over here. So text is very, very simple. This could be something that you want just being displayed constantly, like today's top donator is going to receive an Easter egg, right? So, and then all you're gonna do is you can change the font to anything you want. Right now we're using Futura Medium, and then you can change the size, you can change it bold, normal, whatever you want. Strikeout, underline, all of this, different writing systems, and you are set. So this is really, really simple to use. But text is a very, very powerful tool, and this was one of the things that was somewhat difficult and took me a little bit to learn about. And what you can do is you can create text files that will auto-update with your recent subscribers, your recent donators, recent everything, and that will allow you to capture and then input into your page. So right now, as you can see, I have Megan's, who is my most recent subscriber, and he is appearing here, but you must have noticed that I did not manually type in who my most recent subscriber was, and you are going to use the function of text to create that. So what you can do is you can click this right here. It says read from file. So what you're going to do is you can browse, and we are going to go to desktop, stream, and then where do I have? Twitch alerts. So I have a Twitch alerts file. So you're gonna go in here and you download the stream labels on Twitch alerts. This is the program that I'm currently using, although every donation program is gonna create text files for you to capture. And you're gonna click this and you run stream labels as you're streaming, and all of these files are being created as you go. So you've got 30-day total donation amount, top donator, top donators, all-time donators, donation goal, weekly top donation amount, subtrain. Every single thing are things that are getting captured as you are going. So if you want to edit any of those, you can go to File Settings, and you can pick individual ones, and you can add text and have effect on it that shows things differently. So I hope that it makes sense. Because this was really important for me if you want to say you have your weekly top donator, and then you could list it, and then you could have names, and you can affect this all differently and learn the code associated with it. So we're not going to touch anything because I'm happy with how everything looks right now, but that is how you do that. So if we wanted to capture the monthly top donator, and then we click read from file, and so then it's going to show us that it's Cam right now, and then we can outline that if we want it to appear more bold, and then you can set that up somewhere, and then as you have stream labels running and people are donating, it's going to be totaling those amounts and auto updating, so there's no extra work that you need to do while you're trying to run your stream. So this has been incredible for me in helping just the basic kind of background of your stream. There's a lot less things you need to keep track of. I remember a time where I would have an Excel sheet on the other monitor and be totaling everything, and now this will just do that for you. And so then to remove a source, I would have had to save that. To remove a source, you just click this little minus button and you can remove that. So that is how text can function for you. Also, you can have it, I believe you can, is this called word wrap? What is it called when it's scrolling? I don't know if this one does scrolling. Maybe it's a filter. Scroll, there you go. So you can, if you guys want, I personally don't use the scrolling because I really just think it's obnoxious. But if you guys would like to use the scroll, each of these sources also has a bunch of things called filters, which properties is going to be the main way you edit it. But if you go into filters, then you can have effect on it as well. Limit width, limit height, however you want to affect it. So you can add things like, image mask, crop, color correction, scroll, color key, sharpen, and chroma key. So those are all things that you can get familiar with over time, but I personally don't use filters on my text just because they're very simple and straightforward. Okay, so now you've donated another program, and it is called SubAlert. It is like literally the most ghetto thing you've ever seen in your life. But it works so well. It always works. It never dies on you. It's pretty hard to set up at first, but I can promise you that once we get it set up, it is going to be the most beautiful, well-functioning, awesome program that you've ever used in your entire life. Okay? All right, so you have these two windows that are going to pop up when you get in here. So you can edit a bunch of different things. First of all, you're going to want to set up your Twitch. So you're gonna go to settings, select the site, use Twitch, pick which things you want to enable, configure the alerts, manage sounds, etc. So you're gonna want to get your channel set up. I would go through that, but it's really simple, so I think you guys can figure it out. So now we're here. Now we're gonna go to subscribers and edit. So I use a window. It is 550 in width, 220 in height, and you're gonna want to select the color of the chroma key that you will be using. I found that pink actually worked really, really well, like a neon pink, but I use green currently. Then you're gonna click on background image settings, and you're gonna click on change the background. And here is where you are going to create a graphic that will fit with your window height. Again, this can be manipulated anyway. Atomic, your stream key is on your dashboard. So go to your dashboard, and then there's a tab that says stream key. So you're gonna wanna click the background. So this is the one that I made. It's really simple. It's purple with a white border, and I think it looks really cute. And then when it pops up, it just does that. Okay, so you're gonna wanna change the background to something that works for you, and then it's gonna need to be, I usually do about 10 to 20 pixels, oh god, 10 to 20 pixels less in the window, just so your giving yourself some little bit of edge room, although that's not necessary. So now you're gonna be here. We are currently in the subsection. We're gonna edit that first, although I'm assuming that if you have a sub button, then at this point, this is something that you already know how to edit. But once you learn how to use all of these tabs, they apply the same for the rest of them. So I know it's overwhelming when they're all open, but you learn really easily, or learn really quickly what everything does and how it's going to affect your alert. I keep my alerts very, very simple. Again, I really like a minimalistic stream. I feel like it's so easy to overdo things. So doing things that are simple, I think in the end, you can win. So we're gonna go to text settings next. This is really straightforward. There's text color. My music just stopped. There's text font. There's text alignment. So if you want it on the left, if you want it on the right, if you want to center. But what's most important is this thing called show borders. So you're gonna get this light border that's gonna go around the edge, and that is gonna be the dimensions that the text will appear within. So then you need to mess with this text width and text height to affect those borders so that your text will always be within your alert, and no matter how long the person's username is, it's not going to spill over, which was really important for me to learn about. Then you can decide on what sound you want. Here are some of the sounds that I've used for my alerter: 2 Chainz birthday song, 50 Cent in the club, Batman, Dr. Dre, funny cats meowing, here kitty kitty hoverbots, I saw mommy kissing Santa Claus, celebration, Ozo Cinco, KittyPlays, a bunch of stuff. And you're just gonna click add sound and then select the sound that you want. And then this min and max volume slider, you can adjust. Some songs are extraordinarily loud in this program and some are really quiet. So this sound setting is really important so you can learn where you are gonna set your alerter. So if you need to do it a little bit quieter, a little louder, that can be done there. Next are your animation settings. So you're given a bunch of different animation settings. You can do bottom up, top down, left, right. These are pretty self-explanatory. I personally just use fade in, fade out, but if you wanted to have them rise up from something, so if I wanted to do like bottom up, and then I could have this sit above my window, and then it could look like, it could look like it was appearing out of the top of my camera if I wanted to set it that way. So it really depends on what you think will look best in your situations. I like fade in, fade out because it works on all my scenes. It's simple and it's awesome. So the next thing is the bar settings. Oh, this is important. So you can show different things. So there's icon. I only show background. Okay, this bar you can use if you're not gonna set your own background. So this bar is actually not gonna be at all relevant to you. And if you want to add an icon to this as well, you could do that. But I just keep mine just to show background, and I don't worry about the bar and icon settings. Again, keeping things simple. It's better for you guys, and it's better for the viewer entertainment. So now we're getting into subscriber settings. So this is really similar to the other ones. This is the text that you can add. It shows you that you can either add tags like name or break. Break is gonna add like an enter. You know, if you click enter on the keyboard, it will be a level below. And name is gonna add the name of the person who is subscribing or following or donating. So I just have thank you blank for joining the party. So, you know, when you join the kitty team, you join the party. So this is how I have it set up. I enabled combos, but I disabled combo sounds. So if you get a bunch of subscribers, you will see the number go up here. I took off combo sounds just because sub combos I think is old news, and I don't go for those things anymore. Dr. Harry Mangina and Dark Hellfire donated when I wasn't even paying attention. I missed you a lot today for some reason. I don't know. I'm on my man period or something. Thank you, Dark Hellfire, for the 2169. You were my top donator. I told you guys not to donate while I'm messing with this, but thank you. And Dr. Harry Mangina, why would you mention you knew we would? Oh, I get it. Yeah, I did. I saw what you wrote, Mangina. Don't worry about it. Thank you for the $10 as well. Thank you, guys. Top donator today will be receiving an Easter egg. So Dark Hellfire, you will be receiving an Easter egg, providing you stay top donator, which you probably will. And Mayhem, thank you for the 14 months in a row. I appreciate you being here. My sub notifications are not working right now because I'm showing people how to set them up. Yes. Okay, so we've made it past combo sounds. If you want to have specific sounds, you can. For example, okay, so we could enable the sounds. I'll just show you. And then you're gonna click start. Oh, I froze. So then you're gonna click start, and then you can test a bunch of subs. And then you're gonna hear combo sound in a second here. So you can set your own combo sounds, which I really used to enjoy. I don't do that anymore though. And then you can set a sub goal. You want to make sure that you use your Twitch token, so you always have your alerts functioning. And then all these things that you can manipulate will affect the combo icon and number and text and font of the number that you would have popping up for the subscriber combo, but I mean, that's not really relevant for everyone. Okay, so the follower thing is exactly the same. The only thing that is different for this program, past what we have already talked about, is the donations. Oh, and for followers, I only have the name. I won't use the background, just because I think it's really nice to just have a very simple little quiet pop-up. And for the animation settings, you can also set the speed and the length, so they pop up really quick with 1 second, and they only exist for 3 seconds for the follower notifications. But now donations. So donations are very straightforward as well, but here is the thing that I like the best, and this is the reason why I use this program and not the CLR browser with Twitch alerts. And that is because you can have lots of different donation sounds based on the amount that the person has donated, which is one of my absolute favorite things, and I think it really can set the mood for the program. And you are thanking the person who donates more with a different song, I guess. So here are the ones that I have set up. Here, Kitty Kitty. Actually, we can go through and I can show them to you. So if you want to test your program, you can do so in here. So for a $1 donation, $1 donation sounds like this. Oh.
Here, kitty, kitty, here, kitty, kitty.
So it's just like really quiet, and so if you guys are spamming me with like $3 donations, I don't go insane in my Counter-Strike games. And then if you want to test a $12, it's a Batman. Hi, Haunted. Of course I do. How's your day today? Over 20. So lots of different ones. Over 50 is me, me, me. Over 100 is Meme Circus. Okay, I think it's over 255. Twitch alerts has variations, but not for the amount donated yet, Passion. Plus, I like that I can change the look of the alert a lot more than the Twitch alert one currently. And then over 1,000 is like this.
That us, you have that us. When I watch your stream, my dicky is so hard. Kitty, 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 play games. Baby, you are so beautiful.
And there you go. No, it's not Ornitus. This is called twitch.tv/SubAlert, and this is the program that I use for that exact reason, like you just heard. I like having a bunch of different sounds for different amounts donated, and then you can affect all of these different things here, and then all of this stuff is the same as the other tabs I talked about. So by clicking these, you click them on and off. You can also set up a host notification and a GIF notification, but I just use these three for this program. And then you're going to click start, and then you're going to window capture. Okay, so add window capture. So we're going to window capture It's called Main Alert, and then you're gonna click OK, and then you're gonna go here, you're gonna go to Filter, and we're gonna add a color key, and it just sets it to green, and then that disappears. So then when someone
Here,
supports the
kitty,
stream,
here, kitty.
it will pop up. Well, it looks really cool. Okay, so there you guys go. That is how to set up your stream. I hope this was helpful. We went through a lot of different stuff today.